She is one of the country's most celebrated vocal artists. With more than 50 hit singles and 20 albums, she is known worldwide as the artist who bridged the gap. Her name is Dionne Warwick, and the History Makers is proud to present An Evening with Dionne Warwick. And now, to our host, star of stage and screen, the legendary and talented Diahann Carroll.
It is an honor for me to be here in the presence of the young woman that is being honored tonight. She's an incredible creature. I think we should all be very grateful that we lived in her time and we shared her brilliant artistry. There is only one. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Dionne Warwick. Walk home in my head now, and wonder what dress to wear now. I say a little prayer for you, forever and ever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part, I love you together, together. That's all it would be to live without you. But don't let me heart rest for you. Dionne Warwick.
All you pretty people. Hi. Fine, how are you?
I asked Dionne to wear a skirt this evening. I wanted us to show you our legs while we can. So even though she, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Some of the best legs in the business belong to Miss Warwick. I try to hold my own, you know. Dionne, it's lovely to be here with you.
Thank you, darling.
And I would have died if you hadn't asked me to come to be here tonight.
Well, we know we're not going to allow you to die.
Thank you. So many people have asked since they learned about this evening how we met.
Let me preface this by saying that Miss Carroll has been an inspiration and a mentor of mine for as long as I've been in the industry. And I always considered it a privilege to have been able to come into your dressing room and to speak to you on a one-on-one basis. I used to go to see people that were in a place that I wanted to be. And you were performing at the Persian Room at the Plaza Hotel in New York City. And I remember vividly going there with my notebook. Yeah, I considered going to see people like Diane and Lena Horne and Ella Fitzgerald, my classes. And that's where I learned my craft. I sat in the back of the room, and I remember it like it was yesterday. You moved in a certain place on your stage, and the spotlight came right to the table, and I was furiously writing. And I remember her saying, "Little girl, what are you doing?" Duh. Was all I could think of saying.
I am so honored to hear you remember this and share this with me, because you know I'm just a few years older than. I have watched you grow. I mean, I literally saw you at the very beginning, and it's an honor to see what you've developed into, which is quite lovely. We're both Easterners.
Right.
You are from?
East Orange, New Jersey.
And I think most of us understand that the strength of you that we are privy to is mostly because you were raised
in a very religious, strong family unit.
Oh, absolutely.
You need to have that in our profession.
No doubt.
And your mother, I have just learned, managed a gospel singing group called the Drinkard Singers.
That's right. It's my family.
Would you please tell me about your mother doing this?
Of course. Well, I grew up in a gospel singing family. The Drinkards are my aunts and uncles, my mother's brothers and sisters. And they were, and still are, very, very much involved in our church activities. They still sing at functions. So my background is gospel music. And my mom, being the eldest of her family, she basically was the manager of the group and made sure that they got to where they had to go and got paid, you know, all that important stuff. And was very instrumental in helping my sister and I form our own gospel group, the Gospel Heirs.
Right.
And so coming
your
from that
dad?
kind of a family,
Your
my
dad
dad was, he promoted gospel records. And they both traveled with me in the very beginning of my career as well. They took turns.